Welcome, Holly. Thanks for joining us on the next episode of Who's Penny. How are you today?
I'm good. I'm good. Thank you for having me on today.
That's okay. Tell us a little bit about the business.
Sure. Now, I'm at the EA Institute, which stands for Executive Assistant Institute. We run development programs for executive assistants. So we concentrate on leadership development. So that might be an individual, as in an EA, a PA, an administrator. There's many titles, but if you fall under that category and you're looking for maybe an upskill or you've got a direction you'd like to go and need some help getting there, then we can absolutely help. Or it might be an organization who has a team of administrators and they might have identified some skill gaps, or they might want a little more team cohesion or performance improvement, then we can help from that perspective too.
And have you seen some great opportunities evolve for the business this year, given the circumstances that we've been faced?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's been a steep learning curve for us. All our training had been run face to face prior to COVID. So it meant that quick smart, we had to adapt and shift everything that we were doing. We had a whole bunch of people that were ready and waiting to start training with us. So we had to make sure that that was available for them to get started.
Yeah, okay. And have you evolved to some new opportunities for the business in the next 12 months, given that you've been able to progress so fast this year?
Yeah, for sure. So once we developed the course, it also meant that we still had a large community who were members of ours but weren't training right now. So we needed to create something for them to stay connected and to stay educated and stay up to date. So we've created a membership platform which now has 1,000 members and it's thriving.
Yeah.
So that probably wouldn't have come into fruition until much further down the track. So we've set up our foundations really strong to come out of this. So it's pretty exciting what the next 12 months is going to hold for us.
Fantastic. Are there additional challenges that you're still facing at the moment, or you sort of mitigated most of those challenges?
Some of the challenges that we find are, there's a lot of talk around AI taking over in the administration space, some of those, repetitive tasks. But my view around that is that there is absolutely a need for administration technical skills, absolutely, in organizations. So as long as we're developing the leadership skills to complement that, then we're going to be right for some time.
Yeah, okay. And is there still that young person coming through wanting to develop into an EA?
Absolutely. Absolutely. They're probably the people that we would find in our high performing EA course.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, there's a range of experience in there, but we absolutely see people in there who are at a point in their career and they really want to take charge of it and they want to continue to develop in that profession.
Okay. And like all of Who's Penny episodes, we always like to end with a couple of little quirky questions. So do you have a useless talent?
I was thinking about this one actually, and I found it difficult because I am someone who can find beauty or goodness or silver lining in most things. So I thought, what's actually useless? That was hard. And I thought yesterday I spent some time, I love writing.
Yep.
And I spent some time literally thinking, can I make anything sound amazing? And I cooked eggs for breakfast and I wrote this thing about this, and it just sounded so phenomenal. And it was like egg on a plate, and I thought, I don't know if it's useless or not, but it just was interesting to think I can make anything sound fantastic, whether it's an egg or I don't know, who knows. But,
fantastic.
And
what about an old trend that you'd like to come back?
You know what I've loved? That we have been forced to have more like dinner parties, or you can have one person around at your place or things like that. I really love that we spend a little bit more time just hanging out at home, and it doesn't always have to be, let's go out and do things. Let's like hang out together. I really love that.
I think that's been what I've enjoyed is about that local living and not having to go too far. So Holly, thanks very much for joining us today. It's been a pleasure, and we'll be talking soon.
My pleasure. Thanks for having me.
No worries. See ya.